It's WRVS 89.9 Soul Cafe with me, Kaya, your mood supplier. In addition to giving you the best variety of R&B family, we like to bring you all kinds of interviews. As a station here in northeastern North Carolina, we understand the importance of Southern soul and so many other genres that have gotten us to where R&B and the black music space is today. And I have the lovely pleasure of having a guest here who some of you may be familiar with and some of you may be going to see him this weekend. We have Tonio Armani with us. Hello, hello.
Hey there, how y'all doing? So good to have me, and it's so good to be here. How y'all doing today?
We're doing good here in Elizabeth City. We just cleared up after some rain, and we're here to talk about you, your career, Southern Soul, all those tracks you put out, the iconicness of, the movement of Black Southerners that's really coming up lately in music and culture. Of course, a lot of people were introduced to things like that for the first time through Beyonce's Cowboy Carter, but family, there's groups of people who have been true to this for a while now, and none other than who we have here today is definitely one of those trailblazers responsible for this new wave of Southern soul that's been popularized lately. But these people have been working on this music that they love for a long time. So let's go ahead and get started with it. You've just released a remix with somebody, people might be familiar with. You got that Country Girl remix by Lil Jon. So I know, family, a lot of you are familiar with Country Girl. That's one of those Paramount trail ride line dancing songs. They got a remix out with Lil Jon that just came out this past weekend with June, that coincided with Juneteenth's date. So how did that collab come about?
Well, it just was a blessing from God, and it was an idea that it was already made. If you are a Lil Jon fan, the East Side Boys fan, he made a record called "I Like Them Girls." That was one of his earlier projects, late in the early around 1998 is when that song released. Years later, I've been living out here in the country, representing Trail Ride and Southern Soul. Something I just kept seeing was a whole bunch of girls out here in the country. And that song was stuck in my mind, and we just did a little flip. And then the song blew up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, I got a phone call from Lil Jon. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was finna sue me or something. And he said, "Let's do a whole project." And I said, "Heck yeah!" And that's how the remix came. We had some problems with the beat, so he said he'll remake the beat, and that's how the remix came. And so sometimes God has a blessing for you that you don't even know. You just gotta go out there and do it first. So I'm just grateful that Lil Jon came and he helped, push the issue of what I'm trying to do. It's a blessing. So I'm thanking God for it every day.
Yeah, Southern Soul has definitely been on the rise, and it's so good to see those collaborations come back together where remixes incorporate rappers that we're familiar with who are known for, that hype element. And, shout out to you for giving love to the country girls. I'm a suburb girl myself, but the country girls, the girls that I have met through college, through different, connections, they deserve some love. They always talk about the city girls and things like that, but yeah, giving love to the country girls.
I know it's been crazy because the city girls been a little mad at me. When you gonna make a song for the city girls? I said, well, let's talk about these girls in the country that come to the city. You don't have to actually be from the country. If you got any type of country-style living, if you like country-style kitchen food, you country. And ain't nothing wrong with it. Country is cool now. So
absolutely.
I'm just trying to get people to see, even if you're living in the urban areas, the suburban areas, it's all about the girl anyway. It's about the girl. So I know I came over your question, but I want to let the world know it ain't just about the country girls. It's about the girls all over the world. Country girls don't get no love. So therefore, we try to give them some love. And guess what? Now everybody Got on cowgirl boots and Daisy Dukes and some hats.
And do.
So I'm loving it.
Yes, sir. He said he's doing one for the country girls. Shout out to all the country girls out there. So we've just talked about this new track that just dropped, but it's actually in anticipation for a new project, a new album you have coming next weekend, I believe, if I'm getting my dates right.
Yes,
You got that new album coming out.
ma'am.
So could you tell us about that project, the album title, and maybe a little sneak peek at what we can expect?
July the 3rd, we're dropping Outside for the Summer. It's a collabo album with Tonio, Armani, and Lil Jon. I have a full project with him. He made all the beats. I gave you all the lyrics. We put our minds together to give the ladies great music. This whole album is for the ladies, all types of ladies, married ladies, single ladies, aunties, grandmamas, nieces, great grandmama, mama them, auntie them, cousin them, all the ladies all across the world. This album is for you.
You heard it right here, family. Tonio, Armani, and Lil Jon to come together to give it and do it for the ladies. So once again, family, that's July 3rd, Outside for the Summer, that new album coming. I love collaboration albums because I feel like it can really reflect the artists that participate in it. There's a lot of, collaboration albums that have been coming out lately, and I do think collaboration is one of the biggest and coolest things you can do in music. So getting further into your music career, it's not like you've necessarily been doing music your entire life. You've loved it and had your different people that you looked up to, but before you started your music career, you actually served in the Army for 10 years. Shout out to all the veterans. So, what made you go, actually, I do want to try this music thing out? Because a lot of people may think, when you start getting later into, I'm a 20-something myself, and a lot of people go, dang, a music career, that's a lot to pursue. So what made you, what were those first steps like?
I would say, the military, the Army, just that whole mind state gave me structure. Mm-hmm. I started from being in the formation as just a soldier, and then I worked my way up to being on the team. Then I started leading the team. Then I started leading the squad. Once I started leading the squad, they started to see me a little bit. But these are all levels of life, just with the music. As long as I'm leading people to good music and feel good music, that's what kind of helped me with this musical journey. You have to have somebody that's going to lead you to the right direction. And what I'm trying to lead you to is we work all day long. We work 7 days or 5 days a week. Mm-hmm. There's an opportunity in your life where you can enjoy yourself and have a good time. Some people like to cook and listen to music. Some people like to drive and listen to music. Some people like to listen to music while they're taking a bath or taking a shower. That's the music I'm making, that feel-good music. After you're done for the day, you can relax yourself and enjoy yourself to some of this feel-good music they call it Southern Soul today.
Music is really such a powerful tool. So what are some of your musical inspirations? Who are people that you listen to growing up or even now that inspire your sound?
I got three names I listen to every day. Mm-hmm. I listen to Al Green. That's one of my favorite artists.
Yes, sir.
One of them. I listen to, as you can tell, I listen to Jodeci. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorites. They've been keeping me going for a long time. And then I'm blessed to even see them in person this weekend. So I'm just grateful to see that. And I'm also a big fan of Charlie Wilson. I love Charlie Wilson. I love the Isley Brothers. I just like good music that make you feel good, that lasts for a long time. Mm-hmm. And these guys are still doing it. So I'm praying that with what they taught me, that I can learn a little bit and be able to last. I said it's not as long as these guys, but be a part of the history that these guys are creating.
Yes, it's truly legacy music, those artists that you spoke about. And, you get to perform alongside them, essentially this weekend as one of the headliners for Hampton Jazz and Music Festival. And let's actually get into that a little bit more. So what makes your live shows unique? You're about to perform at the Hampton Jazz and Music Festival, which brings all kinds of music together, both renowned jazz artists and renowned soul and R&B and other different kinds of genres of music. What do you have for us performance-wise this weekend?
We're We're going to have a lot of excitement. We're going to have, I really call it a get-together. When we all get together and have a good time, some people can sing, some people can dance. We got a little bit of both of that. And then the master part of everything is we give our praises to the man upstairs. We all thank him together. We all pray together. And we all enjoy the show together. That's one thing I love about it, when I can get everybody together and we can all exalt his name because he's worthy to be praised. I'm talking about Jesus Christ.
Ooh, I'm jealous this weekend, family. I know some of you have went ahead and put in your bid for the contest to get those tickets to Hampton Jazz and Music Festival. And whichever day you're attending, I hope you have fun regardless. But it sounds like y'all about to have a party up in there this weekend. So just one last question. With the rise of trail ride culture and bringing those vibes of, joy and togetherness and really just having some good old country fun, what is Southern Soul and what does it mean to you?
Well, Southern Soul, I think it's this feel-good music that's coming from the South. You have a big region in the South, from Georgia all the way to Texas to Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Tennessee, down south. But the Southern Soul is just a whole nother feel because I'm not the first to create this. You have other great artists that have been pioneers of this sound. I'm just grateful that I'm able to take the sound to the next level. Southern Soul is a blend of R&B, soul, gospel, zydeco, and other you got swing music. You got a little bit of bluegrass in it.
Yes,
it's
sir.
just open for a great vibe of feel-good music. To me, that's what Southern Soul sounds like, feels like, and is to me.
And you know what? That's what really matters at the end of the day is what that music and the music that you're making means to you. These artists, family, they give us, whether it's music for us or music that they're doing for them, it's about the experience of life. And I couldn't be more grateful to once again have another amazing artist here today to talk to us about the thing that they do for a living, that they love, their passion. So thank you again, Tonio Armani, for being here. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. This music has changed my life. And now I see the whole world like it, and not just the grown-ups, it's the kids, too. So that's why I took cursing out of my music, so that we can reach more people. And then the people that are offended with profanity, they can bring their kids to the show with them as well.
Some good old family fun. I like that. I like
good
that.
Good old family fun. That's the easiest way to sell tickets is the whole family come, right?
Yes, sir. It's about the family unit. We got to keep each other together. And even if some people, they may not necessarily like all of that, profanity and cursing. And so there's a perfect way to reach them as well. And it's just good, feel good music as, good, clean, feel good fun.
We don't have family reunions like we used to. So this is another way of doing that.
And thank you so much. Because, I've already heard some of your songs at our family reunions, so you have definitely left your stamp on the culture, and I hope you continue to do so with your music, with the new tracks. I'm excited to hear what's happening on that new album next week. And, family, it's about the music, and it's about bringing each other together. So thank you again to Tonio Armani for being here on WRVS 89.9. It's Soul Cafe, and we're getting back to the music. It's RVS.